A woman named Keis has been dealing with constant paranormal activity inside her house, the kind that keeps her awake long past midnight. This time, she finally recorded something unexplainable. Check this out.
What's happening right now? First the door was moving, then I heard like someone talking, and then I keep seeing shadows. And for anyone who tells me I should go out, yeah, why don't you go out, please? It's over. Open up. It closed just before me. Shabran, holy sh... Today, I'm getting scared. And before anyone sees me. It's frickin' the middle of October in Pennsylvania. It's freezing out, so I have no windows open. I have one fan that circulates throughout the whole room, and that door has never done that. Like, it's moved by itself, but never slammed shut like that. I can't believe I just caught that on camera. What the actual... I can't believe I just caught that. Of course I'm alone. Yeah, Amy. Times.
Whatever it was, it's far from the first incident. Kate says strange things have been happening for months. Objects sliding on their own, lights flickering even when the electricity is stable, and that chilling feeling that someone is standing right behind her. When the room is completely empty, she has tried everything, cleansing rituals, changing bedrooms, and even blessing the house, but nothing seems to drive it away. After capturing this new footage, she begins to fear that the presence is getting stronger, feeding on her own fear. Some viewers believe that she is dealing with a restless ghost or spirit attached to the house itself, while others think that it's something darker, maybe demonic, that has taken hold of her. If you've ever experienced unexplained activity like this, share your opinion in the comments. What did you do to stop it? Because at this point, Kate is running out of options and also out of courage. Subscribe. The Circus siblings TikTok family. They had been talking about paranormal activity in their house, but of course a lot of people demanded real proof. So one night they decided to record a video to finally silence the skeptics.
That doesn't work. It happens on its own, not because of me.
You can try it again.
It's not me.
Open the door. Shut the door, shut the door. Shut up, open the...
Door! Oh, it's a ghost!
What?
Look, isn't it me?
Open the door. Let's see, open the door.
Christina, are you a piece of shit?
Oh.
Holy shit.
The door, of course.
Door.
You can hear it clicking and everything. It's locked.
More or less.
Before
anything happened, the father made sure to jump, shake the doors, and move noisily to show the viewers that whatever happened next would not be caused by him. Once everyone was seated, the room fell silent. One of the children, with a mix of fear and curiosity in his voice, asked the ghost to open the door. At first, absolutely nothing happened, but then suddenly, the door creaked slowly and opened by itself. Viewers flooded the comments saying that this was the first clip that convinced them that something supernatural was haunting this family. And for anyone who still doubted, they had even more evidence ready to show.
Thank you so much for watching the video.
This time, the Circus siblings revealed a second camera angle placed inside the room. This captured the door perfectly from the other side. As before, it creaked and opened by itself. No one touched it, no one was even close. The family explained that adding the second camera was specifically to stop accusations of fraud. And it certainly worked, with 2 different angles, showing the same inexplicable movement. Many viewers agreed that the enchantment couldn't be staged, or at least not that easily. The Circus siblings had recorded something truly unsettling, leaving everyone wondering what ghost or entity really lived in their own home. Chilling footage from a closed circuit television system captured deep within an old sewer tunnel network. Somewhere in Europe, according to local stories, these tunnels have a very dark past. A place that was once used for secret activities and unspeakable events. Even today, maintenance workers claim to see ghostly silhouettes gliding through the hallways, disappearing as quickly as they appear. The following clip is said to be one of those rare moments when the apparition was actually caught on camera. Take a look. At the end of the tunnel, a figure resembling a woman suddenly materializes, emerging from the darkness, just seconds before the tunnel lights appear. They start to flicker, almost as if reacting to her presence. And as quickly as it arrives, it vanishes, disappearing completely, leaving no trace. Moments later, a dark shadow moves quickly toward the same spot, gliding down the hallway in a way that defies all explanation. For many, this is undeniable proof of an apparition, perhaps a restless spirit trapped beneath the city streets. Do you think it was just a camera glitch? Or did we just witness paranormal activity unfolding in one of the most haunted underground tunnels in all of Europe? Patrick always hated his basement. One night, curiosity won. He opened the door, closed it behind him, and started recording as he entered the unfinished space. The cold concrete walls and the dim lighting made it look like a scene taken straight out of the black rooms. A long, narrow hallway that seemed too deep to exist beneath a normal house. The whole place seemed like the perfect spot for a haunting, huh? As I walked toward the end of the hallway, something appeared around the corner. His breathing grew sharper as he carefully approached to see what it was. But when he finally looked, there was nothing. Just bare walls, a heavy silence, and an overwhelming sense of a supernatural presence looming over him. The video cuts off, but Patrick later said pure panic hit him right after he stopped recording. He ran up the stairs, convinced that something invisible, possibly a ghost, a darker entity, was lurking down there. The man started recording the inexplicable events. He had the place inside the house that he shared with 2 roommates and his own cat. It all started in 2020 when a door slammed shut against him without warning, with no drafts, no movement, nothing that could explain it. From then on, the paranormal activity increased, mostly focused in the kitchen. He often heard banging, objects falling to the floor, and cabinet doors creaking open, even when the house was empty. Determined to discover the truth, he decided to conduct a small experiment. He set up 2 phones, one in the kitchen and one in the hallway, both aimed at the kitchen door. Then he locked the house, turned off the heating to eliminate any drafts, and went for a walk with his companions, leaving the space completely still. What the cameras captured next was more than unsettling. Take a close look.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe.
No one has ever explained how that kitchen door moved by itself when the house was empty. Was it just a strange coincidence or solid proof that something supernatural is haunting their home? A woman who had just moved into her new home captured something that would soon turn her dream house into a nightmare. It was an old property, creaking in the corners, its walls whispering the weight of time, and still faintly smelling of rain and dust. While she was unpacking boxes and settling in, she went down to the basement and stumbled upon a doll. It was sitting perfectly upright on a dusty shelf, with its glass eyes staring straight ahead, as if it had been waiting there for years. The discovery startled her, but she didn't feel any immediate danger, so she left the doll exactly where it was and went back upstairs. But that small decision would soon haunt her, as just days later, something terrifying happened.
It keeps moving.
It's not hard to see why so many viewers believe the doll could be linked to the strange events happening in her house. In the video, you can see the basement door rattling violently, shaking, as if someone or something on the other side was desperately trying to get out. Even so, she refuses to jump to conclusions. She wants to be certain before taking any drastic action, like removing the doll or cleaning. For now, however, the mystery remains unsolved. It's important. Just old wood reacting to pressure. Or has she awakened a haunted object demanding attention? A woman sitting at her desk chatting to the camera. Her voice is calm, although clearly annoyed, as she explains that lately she has been having strange problems. So people attend her shows and she doesn't know why. She seems confused by the situation, not knowing that she is just seconds away from being mistaken for something much stranger, something beyond her control.
No one comes to our shows, right? Why people? I'm just trying to understand. Tell me it doesn't look like someone is here. There's no one here.
Meanwhile, keep talking. Something in the back suddenly falls to the floor from the door frame that leads to a closet. The movement is quick and abrupt, breaking the silence of the room. She freezes mid-sentence, her eyes dart toward the noise, and then slowly turn, completely incredulous. From the camera angle, the door frame is fully visible. No one could be hiding or standing there. After she stops recording, she gets up, walks to the closet, opens it carefully, and finds nothing. A moment of pure paranormal. In this clip, a man manages to record something that is anything but ordinary. From the moment the footage begins, you can feel that strange tension building up in the air. Watch closely.
Let it be, let it be, let it be.
It's my turn now.
Subscribe joke 5.
Wow. Charlie, come on. Do you know how to explain to me what I've seen?
I don't know.
Holy hell.
The ghostly hands pressed against the glass seem to fade into nothingness, and judging by how his dog starts barking, almost as if it senses a presence, something in that moment feels profoundly wrong. But what he revealed next made the story even scarier. He said his house hasn't been the same since that night. He hears faint knocks on his bedroom door around 3 a.m. The light on his phone flickers by itself, and he constantly feels a cold presence standing right behind him. Then the presence got worse. He started waking up to find his closet door wide open. The same handprints would reappear on his mirror, pressed hard, as if someone had been watching him in the dark. Even his dog avoids that side of the house, growling at something unseen each night. He has tried to cleanse the space and even bless it, but that only seemed to feed the demonic energy, making the paranormal activity even more aggressive. He keeps the lights on now and stays away from that window. What do you think? Was it just a creepy reflection? Or did he capture undeniable proof of a presence? An Asian paranormal explorer who goes by the name El Oscuro is known for investigating haunted places. He often enters haunted sites that most people wouldn't even dare to step into. During one of his latest investigations, he entered a huge abandoned complex armed only with a flashlight and his camera. The whole place felt heavy and unsettling. Every step echoed through the empty hallways until something happened that made him freeze.
What? Are we? Bismillah, Bismillah, Al-Rahman, Al-Rahim, help me say it. Kill me, kill me, kill me, kill me. There is no God but God. There is no God but God. Bismillah, Bismillah, Al-Rahman, Al-Rahim. Let's get back to the marriage.
Without warning, a sheet on the floor suddenly flew into the air as if invisible hands had grabbed and pulled it. The movement was abrupt and unnatural, with no wind, no drafts, nothing that could explain it. He turned around instantly, and at that very moment, loud bangs echoed from deep within the structure. making the enchantment even more terrifying. The video ends with him paralyzed, torn between whether to move forward or run away. But one thing was clear. The flying sheet was beyond anything normal.
There is no God but God.
For a long time, a woman claimed to hear ghostly footsteps echoing on her staircase, and she finally managed to capture something with her camera. What she captures is more than strange. It's chilling. Look at this. Thank you, Elle. At first, all you notice are faint glowing orbs gently gliding through the air. Too slow to be dust, too deliberate to be just a coincidence. Every night the same pattern repeats. Whispers of movement, gentle thuds on the stairs, and purposeful wandering lights. Weeks pass like that until one night, everything changes. It's more than footsteps and glowing orbs now. Look closely.
The stars are flying.
Something slowly goes up the stairs, then the chair in the corner slides across the floor by itself. That was the moment when he realized it wasn't just his imagination. It was something alive, in a supernatural sense. Some viewers believe he's dealing with the spirit of an elderly person. Maybe someone who once called that house home and never crossed over to the other side. Others think it's not a ghost at all, but a residual apparition. A paranormal echo trapped in time, endlessly repeating the same moment, like a broken loop leaking into our world. A few even suggest that the house itself might be remembering, reanimating movements from its haunted past. But whatever it is, it's escalating, and now it's not just limited to the staircase, it's starting to disturb their sleep. One night, exactly at 2:47 a.m., this sound woke her up suddenly. Some paranormal investigators think staircases can serve as spiritual channels between the living and the dead, where trapped energy gathers and appears. Others warn that it could be something darker, an imitator, a demonic entity mimicking human footsteps to attract attention before revealing its true form. But what really unsettled viewers was a small detail that most people overlooked at first. The rhythm of those footsteps wasn't human. Each step was slightly offbeat, uneven, like something that's learning to walk. Until more evidence comes to light, this presence remains an unsolved mystery, one that becomes more terrifying with each passing night. Balloons are supposed to rise freely, floating wherever the air takes them. That's what they do. But when they start to change direction on their own, turning and gliding through the still air with no trace of wind, that's when things take a disturbing turn. In the following clip, a man named Michael was sound asleep one night when something invisible decided to disturb his peace. It started with strange echoing noises coming from downstairs. Faint at first, but persistent enough to wake him up. Half asleep and uneasy, he went to investigate, thinking that maybe someone had broken in or that a stray animal had found its way inside. But what he found waiting for him was much worse than either of those possibilities. Something that defied all logic.
You're not the one. This morning I woke up to strange noises. Hello, hello. What the hell is going on? What the hell is happening? The windows are closed. This is scaring me. Nothing else is moving. Look at this. Why is it moving? Holy crap. Is no one touching this? I'm getting scared. Why is it moving? Why moving?
The balloons remained from a family celebration. Earlier that week, Michael and his wife had organized a tea party for all her relatives. After his elderly father miraculously recovered from a nearly fatal illness, the gathering was filled with laughter, joy, and also relief. A rare and beautiful moment. But once everyone went home and his wife went to spend the night with her parents, the house was left in a deathly silence. That's when it all began. The previously still balloons started moving through the rooms, as if guided by invisible hands, changing direction, floating and following him as he moved. It was as if something had been left behind after the celebration. Something that didn't belong here. Michael didn't know what to do, so he decided to do nothing, hoping it would stop on its own. Since then, neither he nor his family have experienced anything like it. But the question remains, were those balloons simply reacting to air currents? Or was it a spirit trying to send a final message? In this clip, the footage was recorded at around 3:15 in the morning, the time people associate with paranormal activity and call the witching hour. And after what happened, there was absolutely no way this man could go back to sleep that night. Take a look.
I was about to enter my house. It's 3:15 in the morning and the light starts acting like this. Honestly, I feel like someone is here. I don't know why, but I have that feeling. If you want to show yourself now. No, nobody. What's that? What is that? What?
What is that?
There's someone sitting there.
There's someone sitting there. Show yourself. Anyone who's ever woken up to a sound they can't explain knows the spine-chilling fear in moments like this, that heavy sense that you're not alone, that something unseen is watching from the darkness. For this guy, this wasn't a one-time event. Strange activity in his house returns repeatedly, often knocking at the same time, as if a spirit deliberately chooses that moment to appear. Viewers familiar with his previous clips were relieved to find out that this was the teddy bear, the same creepy stuffed animal that has been seen moving on its own in multiple videos. But that only raises an even more unsettling question. What if the bear was never the real source? What if whatever is haunting his house is just using different objects to get his attention? Or worse, what if it feeds on fear and is attached to the house itself? Some believe he's dealing with a ghost desperate for recognition, while others suspect that something much darker lurks in the shadows. Until he posts another update, the true nature of whatever is haunting him remains a chilling mystery. This old doll had a dark reputation long before a private collector acquired it. It is said to date back to World War II and belonged to a traveling ventriloquist who performed for soldiers in an effort to keep their spirits high. But according to written reports, the performer died unexpectedly under mysterious circumstances during the tour, and the doll was never seen again. Over time, it passed from owner to owner, and each one described chilling incidents. Strange noises late at night, faint whispers floating in empty rooms, and even sightings of the doll changing position on its own. The head was then placed in a sealed, locked glass display case to protect it from handling. As the camera zooms in on the display case, the doll's eyes, which should remain permanently closed, suddenly snap open. At that moment, the glass door slowly opens by itself. Seconds later, the eyes gently close again and the door moves for a second time. Collectors of this paranormal recording insist that it proves what they always suspected, that a spirit or supernatural presence is attached to the haunted doll. It's still active, and some warn removing it from the display case could be dangerous. An urban explorer enters an abandoned building, a decaying relic lost to time. According to him, what he experienced inside turned out to be the scariest moment of all his 5 years exploring haunted and forgotten places. Take a closer look. Warning. A faint music began to play through the same hallway I had walked down just minutes before. A hallway that had been completely silent. It wasn't just random noise, it sounded like a full orchestra echoing through the empty halls. He froze, struggling to understand what he was hearing, his mind racing between logic and fear. At first, he didn't think about ghosts or anything paranormal, his first. He tried to find who or what was playing the unsettling melody. He grabbed his gear and rushed out. Later that night, once he finally calmed down, curiosity started to take over him. He decided to investigate the history of the site, and what he discovered left him shocked. The building was not only old, it was infamous, known locally as one of the most haunted places in the entire region. Ghostly music and strange sounds have been reported for decades. He vows never to return. After hearing his story, most people agree they wouldn't either. What do you think happened that night? Were they simple echoes in an old hallway, or did he witness a supernatural performance that never ended? What, you? Thanks for watching this far. Only the brave reach this point. Leave a like,